Hello everybody, this is Alan with HeadphoneReviewHQ.com, and today I'm going to do a review of the Audio Technica ATH-WS55 portable headphones. As far as the look, these actually have a very stylish red with the Audio Technica insignia in the middle of it, and it matches the cable as well. So these are a little bit more stylish than some of their other offerings, and overall just a really nice looking set of headphones. As far as the outward or the sideways pressure on your head, these are a little stiff. They do take a little bit of getting used to, but they will stay on your head. As far as the size of head that these will fit, as you can see, these expand out quite a ways. So they'll fit anything from a small head to a larger head without a problem. The cables on this, they come out of each ear pad, and they're the same red color that is the same that you'll see on the side, and they're about a 5-foot cable, and you'll see here they terminate into a gold 3.5mm jack, which is standard on all headphones that you pretty much for portable headphones. And the cable is fairly thick, which is a thing that I like quite a bit because you won't find that this tangles very easily. I've not had a single problem with this tangling the entire time I was using these headphones, which is a huge plus. As far as identifying which is the left and the right ear pads, this little label here on the side indicates where your left and your right are, and you need that because unlike other headphones, these don't have a single cable coming out, so it's not quite as easy to identify that. The build quality feels pretty good. The one thing that I will say is you cannot fold these up. So there's no way to actually do anything with these. So when you take them with you, you have to have a decent amount of space to keep them. Another thing is there's really no good way to wrap them up. So pretty much you're stuck with doing something like this if you want to stick it in a bag and go. Not my favorite thing ever. The comfort of the WS55s. These are not the most comfortable set of headphones I've ever put on my head, but they're not bad either. They've got a little bit more rigid padding than most sets of headphones, both on the ear pads as well as on the top headband. And these are on the ear headphones, so they sit on top of your ears as opposed to around them. So you'll either like that or you'll hate it. It just depends on your preference. As far as the top headband, I do find that this one kind of bothers me a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal because as long as you just expand out the headband a little bit, comes off of it and everything's good. So overall, I will say these are fairly comfortable. They do take a little bit of getting used to, and as far as the heat factor that you associate with most headphones, these aren't too bad. I've worn them for hours at a time and really haven't had that much heat or sweat build up on my ears. So overall, these are okay. Alright, so as far as what other people will be able to hear around me when I'm playing this, I'm going to crank this all the way up on a Timberland song, which has got quite a bit of bass and some treble and a little bit of everything. So this is all the way up. Alright, so that's all the way up. That's pretty loud. I'm going to go down to about 75%, which is where most people would listen, and this is what you'd hear. And the microphone's about 2 feet from me, and it's a pretty sensitive mic, so this is fairly accurate. So that's as far as the outside people. I don't think you'll be hearing that much around me. I've had no complaints about people who sit next to me while I'm listening to these. Okay, so as far as what you'll be able to hear around you with these headphones on, I've got them completely turned off right now. And you can hear a little bit around you, but it's muffled because these are sealed back headphones, so they do block out a bit of noise. So that's a nice thing. Okay, so the WS55s by Audio Technica are in their solid bass lineup of headphones. And that being said, the bass is pretty spot on. They're not as punchy as what I would have expected, especially after watching their promo video, which I included in the description down below, and I highly suggest watching it because it's extremely entertaining, and it was one of the reasons why I was excited about picking these headphones up. That being said, the one thing I do like about the bass is it's not got a boost in any particular section of the frequency band. These have a great sound throughout the bass range. They're even, they're balanced, and they do sound good. They're not as, they don't have as much depth as far as like presence as some other headphones, but the bass is very good. The mid-range on the WS55s. These are pretty good. They're a little laid back. They don't have that full lush sound that other sets of headphones have, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They just, as far as vocals, you can tell a little bit on female and male vocals that they're missing a little bit of something, but otherwise they're pretty good. Treble on the WS55s. These are detailed. You can hear hi-hats, cymbals, snare drums. They all sound very good. The one thing that's missing a little bit in the treble is the airiness that you get in some like female or male vocals. You lose a little bit of depth because of that, but overall these sound very good. I mean, they're as good as any good set of speakers that you'll listen to. They're nice. Okay, so some notes on the WS55s. First, if you ever been told about a funny movie that you want to go see, and somebody builds it up to you, builds it up and builds it up, and then you go see it and you're let down a little bit. I felt that way initially with the WS55s because I went and watched that video that I mentioned before that I've got a link to down below. And I was expecting something a little bit more powerful, a little bit more punchy, a little bit more fun and lively, I guess, because I was looking for that dubstep feeling. Like I wanted to put these on and I wanted to feel like I was about to come up out of my chair and do some crazy stuff, but and so I had that initial impression. But what I will say is, over time, first off, I think these did benefit from some burn-in, like playing some music on them, just letting them play for a few hours. They seem to warm up a little bit, which is definitely a good thing because I felt like they were a little laid back when I first got them. Just like that movie I mentioned earlier, you know, the first time you saw it, you were a little bit bummed, but maybe you gave it a couple months and you came back and you watched it again. You might have enjoyed it 100 times over that second time because you had no expectations. Well, the same thing happened with these. After I got past that initial, you know, factor of this is what I expected versus this is what I got, these are actually a great set of headphones. They're balanced. The bass, the mids, and the highs, they all balance out extremely well. Nothing overpowers, which is what I expected, to be honest with you. So that being said, I really like these. These were enjoyable. They were fun. The bass isn't what I expected, but it's good. Now here's what I will tell you, a nice note on these. For the price point you can get them at, which is about $80, these are solid. These are a good quality set of headphones. If you want to take them to the next level and you want to get that dubstep thing that I mentioned earlier, you hook an amp up to these like the Fiio E11 or something like that and you bump up the EQ on it to 1 or 2. What these will do is they will take copious amounts of bass and they will push them through undistorted, clean, and powerful. They're awesome. I actually found myself having to make myself take the amp away so I could listen to them on their own merits. But when you plug, and again, I usually listen through my iPhone 3GS, so when you just take the amp and put it in the middle, these are fun. These are a lot of fun. I was able to audition the WS55s along with the Beat Solo HDs by Dr. Dre. You might have heard of them. And here's a few notes for you for anybody who's on the fence trying to figure out whether they want to spend $160 on a set of headphones or whether they want to spend $80 and potentially get an amp. What I can tell you is this: the Beats are a little bit more comfortable. It's a softer padding. They're a little bit lighter. They also have a little bit more bass unamped. So straight out of the iPhone or whatever player you're using, they do have a little bit more bass. But they also give more of a bass feel simply because they're so light, they shake on your ears. Some people might like that, some people might hate it. It's something to know. Now, that's where it ends as far as the Beats. I actually preferred these. Even though they're not as comfortable, the bass is a little bit more articulate. The mids sound better. The mids on the solos are overblown. And on these, the treble is about the same on both sets. So that being said, I actually enjoyed the sound signature of these a little bit better. And if you give the fact that you can go get an amplifier for about 65 bucks and pair it with this and you're still at $20 less than the HDs, these are a real winning combination. And just so you know, if you do plug the Fiio E11 into these and you put it on too, that bass will shake these things and they're heavier and you will get that same sensation on your head. So something to know if you're on the fence of those two. I received a comment on one of my videos saying that they thought that I needed to be a little bit more professional and maybe mention the genres of music that I listen to and what I like and didn't like about those various different genres with this, because we all have different tastes in music and what we like in a set of headphones. So that being said, to wrap up with these are balanced from bass to mids to highs, and so they work well with any number of set of genres. I listen to rock, I listen to jazz, I listen to some pop, I listen to country. I literally put these through the ringer. The only thing that I didn't get that same feel from that I wanted just off the iPhone itself was maybe hip-hop rap, if you're looking for a little bit more punch. But past that, these really do sound good with pretty much every genre you throw at them. So wrapping up, I hope that gives you a good indication of what these can do and what they're capable of for your 80 bucks. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this video. Again, this has been Alan with headphonereviewhq.com. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go watch my other videos. Leave me a thumbs up. I don't want a thumbs down. Also, any questions or comments you do leave below, I will personally answer each and every single one of them. And please use my affiliate links below if you plan on buying this product. You're not going to get charged anymore. I will always send you to a reputable place. So, please do that. That helps me keep reviews coming to you. And hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. All right, I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. Are you on the phone? Hit me up later. You better call Tyrone. Call him.
That's getting in there.
Just go again. Foo.